Hey there, if you're in a service business, you know that sound. The phone ringing. That's the sound of money, right? Of opportunity. Well, today we're going to dive into a tool that's designed to make sure you never miss out on that opportunity again. We're talking about AI receptionist scripts.
So let's just get right to it. I want to ask you a serious question, and I want you to really think about this. How much is one missed call actually worth to your business? You know the situation. You're up on a ladder, you're deep in a job with a client, or hey, it's 8 p.m. and you're finally home. The phone rings. What's the real cost of letting that go to voicemail? Because let's be honest, it's not just a message you can call back tomorrow. No way. In today's world, that person on the other end, they're already Googling the next company on the list. So that one missed call, that's not just a missed chance. That's a lost job. That's real money that you just handed right over to your competition. Okay, so you can't be everywhere at once, right? You can't answer the phone 24/7. So what's the solution? Well, that's exactly where this new technology comes into play. Let's meet your new secret weapon.
Now, I want to be super clear here. We are not talking about one of those annoying, robotic, press 1 for sales menus. Not at all. This tech uses something called natural language processing. Fancy term, right? All it really means is that it can actually understand what a person is saying, just like a human, and respond intelligently. The best way to think about it is like having a perfectly trained, super professional employee who works for you 24/7.
So what does this thing actually do? Well, for starters, it qualifies your leads around the clock. That means you stop wasting time on tire kickers and only talk to people who are ready to buy. It hooks right into your calendar and books appointments in real time, so you lock in that job right then and there. Plus, it sends out smart texts for confirmations and reminders, which, cuts way down on those frustrating no-shows. And here's the kicker, especially for you folks in the trades. It can tell when a call is a real emergency and get it to the right person instantly.
And the result of all this? The bottom line, we're seeing an increase in lead-to-appointment conversions of up to 70%. Just let that sink in for a second. 70%. That's capturing a huge chunk of business that would have just slipped right through the cracks before. I mean, that is a massive return.
Okay, so it sounds great, right? It sounds powerful, but how does it actually work when someone calls? Let's pull back the curtain a little and look at the engine that makes this whole thing run. Here's the most important part. You are in the driver's seat. You get to decide what a good lead looks like for your business. You set the questions. And based on how people answer, the AI uses simple logic to figure out what to do next. If it's a hot lead, someone ready to go, boom, they get booked on the spot. If it's just someone kicking the tires, the system flags them for you to follow up with later, when you have time. It saves you an insane amount of time. All right, enough with the theory. Let's get into some real-world examples. This is where you can really see how these scripts work in action for different kinds of businesses. Okay, take a look at this script for a roofer. The call comes in, and right away the AI asks, is this a leak or a new roof estimate? Then, residential or commercial? Simple questions. As soon as it qualifies them, it goes straight for the booking. I've got an opening Thursday morning. Does that work? The second they say yes, a text goes out, the appointment hits the Google Calendar, and it's done. That's it. No back and forth, no phone tag, just a booked job. Now, for trades like HVAC or plumbing, this thing gets even smarter. It's trained to listen for certain keywords, words like flooding or no heat, the panic words. When it hears those, it knows it's an emergency, and bam, it forwards that call directly to your on-call tech. Meanwhile, a standard call for a tune-up just gets scheduled automatically without bothering anyone. That kind of automatic triage, it's a total game changer. And hey, this isn't just for plumbers and roofers. The same exact logic works everywhere. Law firms and accountants use it for screening new clients. Dental and medical offices use it to handle patient intake and scheduling. It's incredibly versatile.
Okay, so right about now, you're probably thinking, this sounds cool, but my business is different. I can't have some generic robot voice representing my brand. And you're absolutely right. So let's talk about how you make it your own.
This is where it gets really, really cool. You can pick from over 100 different premium voices. Or, get this, you can even clone your own voice so it sounds exactly like you. You write your own greetings, of course. You can add automatic Spanish support with the flip of a switch. You can even program in little human-sounding things like an here and an there, just to make it feel completely natural.
And you might think setting this up is going to be a huge headache, but it's actually super simple. It's really just 3 steps. Step 1, you have a quick chat to map out how you want your calls to go. Step 2, the tech team builds the whole thing for you and hooks it up to your calendar. And step 3, you get a free trial to test it out and actually see it booking real jobs for you. Easy.
All right, let's just address the elephant in the room. The big question everyone always asks, will my customers know they're talking to an AI? And maybe more importantly, do they even care?
I think this quote really nails it. Let's think about it from the customer's point of view. They're not calling to have a long chat. They're calling because they have a problem. What they care about most is getting a fast answer, knowing what happens next, and getting on your schedule without any friction.
Look, the goal here isn't to trick anybody. It's about serving them better. It's about providing such a fast, seamless, and effective experience that you've solved their problem and booked the job before your competitor has even had a chance to answer their phone. That's the win. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. Your phone is ringing right now. It could be your next biggest job. So the only question left is, who's answering?